Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review The Waterman. And this is a new film directed by David Oyelowo, also starring David Oyelowo, as well as Rosario Dawson, Maria Bello, Alfred Molina, and two young actors. We have Lonnie Chavis, who's known for being on This Is Us, and Mia Miller. And this film centers upon a creative young man who is very invested in reading and researching for his graphic novels. And his father comes home from service in the military, and he finds out, unfortunately, that his mother has leukemia. And he winds up hearing about these local legends of this town that he moves into about the Waterman. And this being has a stone that can restore life. So him and rambunctious young girl go off into the woods to try to find the Waterman so that he could save his mother, while his family tries to search for him. And this film is a lot of things. It's coming of age, it's familial drama, it's fantasy, it's mystery. It's all of these different genres all thrown together. And this is a pretty ambitious story for David Oyelowo taking on here. And in many ways, it does work. But throughout the film, there are definitely times where it's like maybe some of the fantastical elements don't really pay off, or maybe feel uneven with the rest of the film. There are also times that some of the scenes feel a little tacked on, or a little too cliched and tropey, and don't really keep your attention. But in general, I feel like The Waterman is a really fine film that gives you a strong emotional anchor in this film, which is the familial drama going on with this family and this other young woman who has her own issues with her family as well. And that's really the anchor here. That is the heart of this film. And some of the things that really come into play in this film, you have this wonderful animation of drawings used a lot to display exposition. And you have Alfred Molina's character, who's like the crazy old man in the town who knows all about the Waterman, and he's telling all of his expositional heavy backstory to the Waterman in this beautifully animated feeling. And not gonna lie, this feels a lot like A Monster Calls in many ways. It doesn't quite hit that emotional depth, but it really does hit emotionally, and it has this mythical creature helping this young boy deal with the inevitability, potentially, of death of his mother. And you have this. The music is beautiful, and just this piano from composer Peter Baert, who really lays down a little emotional score. And you have Matthew J. Lloyd, who helps bring this to life with his cinematography. And I have to say, there's a tenderness and an earnest about this film that I feel like helps it elevate above some of those tropes most of the time. And I love Rosario Dawson, and she is so great in this film. She really brings so much to every little scene that she's in. The tender moments with her son, David Oyelowo, just really embodies this character, which you have that dynamic of this is a very strict, focused, pragmatic father not understanding his son whose mind's out in the clouds, and so creative. And just throughout this film, there's a sense of mystery about things. You're questioning, is this real? Is this magical realism? Is this a fantasy? Is this something in this boy's head? And there's moments as you go through here where you question it. And there's some great design here. There are also some moments where it really tries to lean into the fantasy elements with animals and stuff like that that feel a little too much, trying to reach for the fantasy elements. But there's a sense of mythology about this film, and yeah, there's definitely some stock characters. The young girl is very much what you would see in this kind of film. She's a cool, mysterious girl who has a lot of family issues, and you've seen that before. There's things in here you've seen and maybe done better elsewhere. But when you put all of this together, there's definitely enough here that is good and enjoyable and moving that allows The Waterman to be a film that is worth experiencing. And for all of its flaws, I still think this is a really strong effort from David Oyelowo as a director, and the cast here. Even if some of the actors are just kind of there to stock kinds of stereotypes, but really as a whole, I enjoyed this experience. I felt whisked off. I felt the tenderness. I felt the emotions of the film. But those are my thoughts on The Waterman. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.